hello everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Let me make sure you can hear me. And you can. Howdy, howdy. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Wednesday. My Wednesday is going better because I tested negative for COVID and influenza. So that was great news. I do still have the sniffles though, so sorry about that. We're gonna go ahead and get back into Phasmophobia. It's been a little bit since we played it, honestly, and they made us go through some weird settings in order to bring this up. In fact, it started at the lowest level of resolution. That was weird. And in order to get up to the max resolution, it only let you scroll one way, and I had to spam it at least 50 times for every single version of resolution, plus 4 different versions of what like the hertz would be. So that was pretty hectic to get into this point. But welcome everybody, and thank you Nick for the lurk. I'm making sure that my custom is still correct. Okay. I have it set where the ghost is pretty scary, not gonna lie. And we start out with lower sanity. Everything's a little hectic. The only thing that we have that makes it a little bit easier is that we still get all 3 evidences, because I want to be able to stay as long as possible to get the actual answer rather than just guessing. But everything else is set up to be fairly difficult. Let's just start with random, and we got Willow Street. A newly built home in an established area. Who knew it was built on top of something unearthly? I'm pretty sure that's what it says, but one thing it definitely changed is my brightness. Yeah, I usually play at like 200 or something. Maybe I even play higher than 200, because that is dark. Did I actually? Yeah, apply. Wow, okay. Wow, so sorry it's dark. I don't know why they thought this game should be, like, impossible to see in. I still like to see things that are going on. But let me know how the volume is. I've been fiddling with it a bunch. Are you sure this is as bright as this game can go? That'd be feeling pretty dark, but look at this. Like, you have to click for every one of those. I had to click it 50 million times. And it might look like it will go in a circle. It doesn't. It caps out. It'll just stop. I had to click it so many times. Skylight fog quality. I'm just seeing if I can make any of it brighter, because holy frick is it dark. I guess not. Screen space illumination. I have no idea what that means. Anyways, we're just gonna go with it being really dark and hope for the best. I hope you guys can still see it fine. I hate in, like, so many horror games that it's, like, pitch black besides wherever your flashlight is. And this doesn't look too bright, so I don't feel like I have it up too high. We still obviously want it to be spooky, but I want you to be able to actually see what we're looking at. Like, see how we can pretty much only... Okay. Hold on. I tried to crouch, and crouch didn't work. So, that's messed up. Use, hold, place is F, weird. Shift is run, crouch is C. Ain't nobody ever use C for crouch, you use control. Do these people even play video games? Okay, I think everything else should be correct. That was weird. But now we know how to crouch, good. We can shift like normal, but holy frick, I didn't even have time to check if this was like, the activity when that happened, because I was so caught off guard by the fact that the ghost was immediately talking to me, and the fact that I couldn't crouch, because I like to turn off all my lights, crouch, and run into a corner, and I was prevented from doing, like, one of my 3 steps. But now that we have the, generator turned on, we can check and see what our temperature is. We're getting a 5 in here, and where the ghost was a little active. 3 in the kitchen, so it might actually just be a kitchen ghost. Alright, maybe I'll turn the brightness down just a teeny bit. I still want you guys to be able to actually, like, see what's going on is the thing. But actually this whole house is just, like, freaking cold, so it's a little hard to tell. But I'll go ahead and put the brightness at, frick, where even is it? Video, up at the top. I'll put it at 200 instead of 250. But still, I want you guys to be able to see. So just another quick check. It does look like it's coldest in the kitchen. I think this hallway is probably included. Right now, I'm leaning towards a They, because if you guys know about the They, then they really like it to be super active when you first enter, and then they get, like, kind of chiller as time goes on because they use, like, all of their ghostly energy, in that first little bit. I'll check the temperature in here. It's a little bit warmer. So, it's, like, 6 degrees everywhere, but, like, 2.5 in here. So, we'll go ahead and put our stuff in here. Now, this game is one of those games that, like, updates all the freaking time. I don't know why, because it does seem to have a little bit lower of a viewership. People who, like, play it and stuff, but, I mean, I personally love the game, but some of the updates I have not actually been the biggest fan of. For example, this whole, like, thing that they changed with, like, the video cameras, the head cameras, all that stuff, and how you, like, do the different zoom and night vision crap, like, I gotta admit, I'm not the biggest fan of how they did that and, like, the listen to each other's sound and stuff. It's just so dark in here. Another change that they did was the brightness level. Now, since this ghost is a little bit more active and I'm starting with a low sanity, I'm going to take a sanity pill, and I am also going to put out a crucifix just because, I don't know, this ghost seemed a little sketchy. I want to make sure I'm nice and safe and everything's great, ready to go. I am a little nervous, not going to lie. Last time I played this game, I got a massive jump scare where I hit my leg into the top, where I hit my leg into, like, the metal bar under my desk, and I had a bruise for literally, like, a week and a half. Like, it was crazy, and it was from this game. Oh. So I'm a little I don't like the F is not turning off my flashlight. See, another thing that they do is sometimes when they change their, like, random updates, they make other things not work. Like, why would it reset? Like, place is F now. Let's not have that be F. We can make that be V or something. Because I need my tap T. That's probably what it was, but yeah, none of these say flashlight, so I'm gonna assume that special use. Interact. Yeah, I'm gonna say that this special is actually F. Let's try that. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's what it's meant to be. Game was being a little weird. Now again, the ghost was a little active. We're gonna... What? I have no idea what that 5 was about, but I saw it. The important thing is we saw the 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark that in my journal before we forget. EMF 5. Got it. Okay. At least we got one thing going for us. Welcome in if you're just joining us. We're playing some Phasmophobia, and I'm totally not at all freaked out that we're going to get a massive jump scare. But now that we have the camera out there, how am I feeling? Oh, sorry. Nick says, how are you feeling today, Kalla? I am, you can probably smell, not smell, you can probably tell by all the sniffles. I do be sick, but... Oh, object thrown. Really? I didn't see no object thrown. Anyways, I was a little bummed out about being sick because I honestly don't go many places. And so I went to one place recently. I went to a play because my brother-in-law, well, it was a musical. My brother-in-law was in it, and it was great. It was fun, and now I'm sick, so I was a little bitter about that. But, oh, frick. I'm less bitter about it now because, I took one of those, like, at-home COVID tests or whatever, and, it tests for, like, COVID and influenza A and B, and I'm good to go on that, so I'm pretty happy about that. So that helped with a little bit of, like, the being bummed out about it, because I'm like, oh, well, it's nothing serious, so it must be fine, right? That's kind of how I took it to be, so now that I have the results of that, I'm doing good. How's your wonderful Wednesday going, my friend? And Nick says, I can smell the fear. Yes. Yes, smell the fear. The ghost, I'm just really leaning towards they. I'm going to laugh if the one piece of evidence that we have means it can't be a they, though. And it can't be a they. Okay, well, in that case, if it's not a they, it could be the twins. Not really feeling it, though. Maybe... Ooh, I'm thinking an Obake, right? Because the Obakes... Terrifying shapeshifter, they've seen taking on blah, blah, blah. No, that's not the one I was thinking. There's one that, like, their favorite thing is to scare you. I feel like it's that one. So, hold on. Let me see. There's one that literally just loves to scare you. There we go. Oni. Okay, then I'm leaning towards Oni. Onis love to scare their victims as much as possible before attacking. They're often seen in their physical form, guarding their place of death. More active while people are nearby and drain their sanity faster when manifesting. I'm leaning towards Oni right now. I'm actually going to mark it because that's how I'm feeling it. Nick says, my Wednesday's been slow. All my assignments are spread out over 2-week periods, so I'm chilling. Oh, okay. So, did your school start back up then if you were back to doing assignments? I think all schools are probably in now. Usually, like the K through 12, they usually start, like a month ago or like 3 weeks ago kind of a thing, and then most colleges have started sometime after that. A college near me just started last week, so they were a little bit late, but I think most schools are in session now unless you have like year-round schools. I'm not entirely sure on their schedule, but I think I'm going to bring out the talker box and the EMF. The ghost has been touching a lot of things, so I feel like it should be fairly easy to do the EMF tell. But let me change one more setting. They really, like, mess with all of my control, guys. Not even gonna lie. We're gonna just see if it lets me have 2 things set to F. Yeah, okay. That'll make it a little easier on me. Nick says, my schools are, like, in the middle of August to the end of November, beginning in December, then middle of January to first week of May. Oh, okay. That's not too different from, most schedules I've seen for school. So makes sense. Let's go ahead and put that talker box right there. We already got an EMF 5, so I don't really need to keep checking that. It's freezing temperatures, but do I still have electricity? I do not have electricity, so that, like, freezing temperature reading could be completely false. We'll check it again.
Let's be friends forever.
Let's be friends forever.
Nick
Wow.
plays games just redeemed friends forever.
Okay, well, I didn't bring the camera out yet, but I need to remember their... Oh, I saw my breath. Hold on, let me make sure that the ghost did not move rooms into that little tiny bathroom. Wrong thing. But yes, let's be friends forever. We actually are still getting -6 out here and 5 in here, so this is the room. Thank you for the confirmation on that, Mr. Ghost. And actually, it's cold enough, there's a small chance, just kidding, all small chance is gone, it cannot be a Hantu. But let's go ahead and mark freezing temperatures. It still could be an Oni. Still could be an Oni. It could be the twins because they have been kind of trolls, and the twins do be trolls. I highly doubt it's a shade because shades are not really interactive. But let's go back to our truck and read about our 4 different options to kind of get a better idea. Nick says, wasn't a super big jump scare, but I heard the reaction nonetheless. You did definitely get a reaction. You got me. I'm not gonna lie. So sorry about the sniffles. At least it's not COVID. Jin. Let's go. Jin is a territorial ghost that will attack when threatened. It's also been known to be able to travel at significant speed. A Jin will travel at faster speed if its victim is far away, and turning off the location's power source will prevent the Jin from using its ability. Another reason I don't think it's a Jin, because they turned off the power. So if turning off the power makes it so they can't use their ability, why would they turn off the power themselves? So I doubt it's a Jin. Our next option is a shade, which I also doubt it's a shade. We're just going to try to read through these fast so we're not taking up too much time. A shade is known to be very shy. There is evidence to suggest that a shade will stop all paranormal activity if there are people nearby. Shades are much harder to find, and the ghost will not enter a hunt if there are people nearby. One breath, let's go. Next we have an Oni. I'm going to try to do this one in one breath too. Onis love to scare their victims as much as possible before attacking. They're often seen in their physical form guarding their place of death. Onis are much more active while people are nearby and will drain their sanity faster while manifesting, and Onis disappear less often while hunting their prey. Haha. And then the twins. These ghosts have been reported to mimic each other's actions. They alternate their attacks to confuse their prey. Either twin can be angered and initiate an attack on their prey, and the twins often interact with the environment at the same time. That's why It could be the twins because they kind of like to mess with you, have one person like flick the lights while the other person like throws something. But I am leaning more towards the Oni just because they really love scaring people, and this ghost has been all about scaring. If it is an Oni, then we're going to need the DOTS projector, which we're going to see here. Honestly, I actually didn't set it up in the best location for where I have the camera, which is more fault on where I put the camera, because there's just not as many options as to where you can actually put the DOTS container. But I'm not really seeing ghost orbies. I can bring out, I do have another camera and another DOTS. I can bring them both out and set them up in a little bit different places in the room to kind of get a better idea. I think I might do that next. I have all my other stuff that I brought out. I haven't brought out a camera. I'm going to take one more sanity pill. I'll leave the other one. I'm going to take out a DOTS first, and I'll double back for a video camera, and then maybe a cross. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. I'm not scared. Alright, where should I put this? There's really not many good places in this room to stick it. I suppose, like, right here would be fine. And then I do need to get a picture of this. Muddy water is an evidence, not an evidence, it's just a thing you can get money for. The bone's a thing you can get money for. I didn't actually find the cursed object. I'm kind of spooked out to go looking for it though, just because this ghost has been draining our sanity pretty fast. Let's check and make sure the the generator is still on. Alright, it is. The cursed object can be like the, it can be like the tarot cards that kind of look like a cell phone. Well, you suck. EMF 5. Yeah, I felt like it was an EMF 5. Thanks for nothing. Anyways, it can be like the pentagram. It can be the voodoo doll. There's a few other things it can be. I can't think of them right now off the top of my head. It can be a music box. There's a few of them, and I can't think of any of them. I blame the sickness, like mental fog in my head. But, Onis also like to be seen in their physical form, so I am still leaning towards an Oni. I did think I heard something, and that's why I went quiet for a second, but I think it was in my head. I think we're okay. So I'm just like doing a quick little look over to see if I can find the cursed object. Getting a photo of it does give you extra money. They did change a little bit of how you can make extra money from the photos, which I was kind of bummed about in one of those recent updates. They made it a little bit more annoying as to where, like, if you take a picture because something moved, they're not going to give you money for that anymore. They just decided that that doesn't count for some reason. So, I swear I keep hearing, like, faint moaning. But we're going to pretend that everything's fine and just do, like, a nice little back out. I saw my breath in the last moment, which makes me wonder if he did relocate into that living room area. I'm really hoping not. It's kind of annoying when they relocate, but let's check again. I should have, I just set up a second DOTS, not the second camera yet, so. No cigar for that. I'll smoke no cigar. What's the phrase? I don't remember the phrase, but like if you go over to your media now instead of your photos section, these all counted for money, but like you only have 5 that you can make money for. Then they have videos you can make money for, and then like the sounds. I don't really get how to use the sounds, not even gonna lie. But let's go. Let's bring another camera, and then I probably don't want to take my next sanity pill yet. I could put another cross to increase my chance of survival. Let's see if I have any, like, extra money objectives. Repel the ghost with incense while it's chasing someone. That sounds terrible. Ugh. So sorry. 3 unique videos with the video camera. That's going to be hard. Prevent the ghost from hunting with a crucifix. Again, those sound like great ways to die. So maybe not. We only got 1 CCTV. I know how to read. So we're not even going to worry about looking at that, especially because it's outside. The ghost can't even go outside. I'm thinking, sure, we'll bring salt. Actually, no, you can't even make money from salt. You can check UV though. I don't know. I'll bring a lighter and a sage. Maybe it will save my life. You never know. Hold on. Luckily, we're still inside. We got what's called a spam chat. Thank you so much for your useless comments. You get a very special little thing that no one else gets. It's called the Trash Con. Da-da-da-da. You are so lucky, Mr. Spammer, because most people, they don't get the trash can icon, but you're special. Alright. Okay. Let's go in. We're going to make it quick as possible because, I don't have much sanity. Okay. Everything's fine. Do a little bit of a sage. Do all that. Okay, I did not check to see if the ghost relocated, but I also didn't want to die, so there's that. We'll check again with our new camera out there. If we can't find anything, then I will check and see if the ghost relocated. We'll do a quick little once-over right here. Not seeing any ghost orbies. Let's switch cameras. And from this angle, I'm still not seeing ghost orbs. In fact, I am seeing little to no interaction, which is making me concerned that he did relocate. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We aren't concerned. We're not being concerned. This is our not concerned face. So we're going to go ahead and go back inside with a temperature gauge and a cross to make us feel better. We're going to take our last sanity and hope that we won't need to use it. And we're going to be fine. Everything's gonna be alright. We are totally, hold on, not about to die. Cause everything's gonna be alright. Okay, we're getting 16 degrees here. We are still getting 1 in this room, so this probably still is the... Frick. He's in here? Really? Man. Alright. Alright. That's fine. We'll be quick about it. We'll be quick. I'll relocate all of my crap just for you, guy, because, you really, really wanted me to relocate all my stuff to one room. We'll move everything 10 feet just for you. Actually, maybe I should put this, like, in this little weird shoot room. Alright, let's go ahead and try that. Let's book it. Come on. Yeah. Okay, that looks like it could be fine. Let's go ahead and go back out to the truck where we can watch it safely and make sure that everything is great and jim and dandy. Alright. So from this one, this was the one I put in the little tiny room. I'm not seeing any ghost orbies in this one, nor any DOTS. We'll look again for just a second. Let's switch over to this one. Again, I'm not seeing it, so maybe it's not an Oni. Two things that we haven't really checked very much is we haven't really checked much of the UV, and we haven't really checked much of the spirit box because I wasn't really talking to the ghost, not even gonna lie. I just kind of like turned it on and was talking to you guys. And then also the UV, I haven't actually seen the ghost like open doors or anything for me to actually like immediately check it while I was in the room. Wow, it's so dark. So if it was a Jinn, then we need the UV. If it was a shade, we would need ghost writing. If it was the Oni, we would need the ghost orbs. And if it was the twins, we would need spirit box. Okay. Let me just double check that I was right about the Oni. No, it's DOTS. Okay, whatever. Either way, it would have been that I needed to see it on this camera. Alright, so let's... Oh! Wow! I saw that. It was the splittest of moments, but I saw it. We have DOTS. So it was an Oni. I was like 100% ready to give up on it being an Oni but I did see it. I don't know why it didn't count as like an evidence for recording, because I definitely saw it in time and clicked record while it was still on the camera screen. But we now have evidence that it is an Oni. So I was right about that because he just seemed like he was trying to spook me out. He did. He just seemed violent. We're going to give him a few more seconds to see if he shows back up on camera so I can get the recording. I'm not sure why it didn't get it the first time. While we're giving him a second to no longer be camera shy, one moment. Sorry, I'm dying. I see no evidence. I don't know why he's so camera shy. Usually Onis don't really care about being camera shy. We'll give him like 7 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and no camera. Okay. That's fine. For the objectives, we didn't really do any of them because I couldn't get any video evidence. He wasn't like throwing things about very much. Oh, wow. Object thrown, right as I said that. And I didn't get it on camera either. But to be fair, object thrown is the one thing that I did get on camera. But anyways, he hasn't really given us many things to film because they have to be like 3 unique things that happened. And, the only thing, like, he's literally done 2 object thrones, which only would count once. And then he showed up on DOTS, which I didn't get. But again, that's only one thing. So we would have only had a max of 2 even if I had gotten them. So I don't think we can really get those. And the other 2 are, if you are dying, do these things before you die. And I don't want to do that. So I'm guessing, since it's our first win of the day, and we didn't get a ton of pictures and media that we could make money for, I'm guessing like 800 bucks, maybe 1,000. But I have Oni marked, so let's go see. Anywhere between 800 and 1,000, and I'll feel like I kind of hit my mark. If it's higher or lower than that, then I totally failed. Even if I was successful, I failed. Investigative bonus. Well, oh, I totally failed. It was 1,091. I was $91 away, well, $92 away from being successful. So I failed. Alright, for the game summary, there were 4 events. It was a 23-minute time to investigate. I lost a lot. Oh, I gained more sanity than I lost because I started out negative. Objects moved. What I really care about is favorite room changes. There were 3? There were 3 favorite room changes? I thought there was 1. Well, no wonder I was having a hard time getting the DOTS. He was apparently in 3 different rooms. Okay. So one thing that has always annoyed me, and if the, producers of this game are watching because, they do changes all the time, I hate that it says where the bone location was, but it doesn't say where the cursed object location is. Because, like, a lot of times I can't find the cursed object. Like, this time I couldn't find it. And so if it said, like, both of their locations, I would appreciate that way more. Sunny Meadows! No, this fast asylum plus more than just cobwebs in the breeze. Some say you can still hear the screams. Okay, let's go in. This time we have a lot of CCTV. What is it? CCTV cameras. These are actually all throughout the rooms. I wonder if you could tell by looking at these. If you could see the ghost ahead of time before even going in and get a good sense of where you need to go look. I kind of doubt it unless the ghost happens to like flash the light the moment you're on that camera. But maybe there is a chance you would actually like see ghost interaction from one of these cameras. I feel like it's more just to be creepy and not actually to give you info. That's just kind of my take on it, but let's go ahead and grab some supplies. Hold on, I'm dying. Also, when I originally bought this shirt, I went 1 or 2 sizes up because I wanted like an oversized shirt. But then I went 1 or 2 sizes down since then, and so now it's like 3 to 4 sizes too big. And I'm not even gonna lie, it's kind of annoying. Let's go ahead and grab our, oh, I don't want that. Our normal stuff that we grab, and these nasty, nasty keys that I'm gonna get diseases just from holding. Let's go ahead and go find us some ghosties. What? What? I picked up the camera? I don't even remember picking up the camera. I thought I grabbed my flashlight. I'm messing up on all the things today. All the things. Sorry about those stuck in Atlantia. Oh yeah, because the month's over, so the majority of that huge subathon is going to be gone, unfortunately. Wow, my footsteps are so loud, it scared me. So yeah, most of those subs are probably gone by now. It looks like there's still 27 active instead of like the 148, or no, 168. So sorry about that. Actually, it was 180 or something, because we had, at one point, more subs than we had followers. And right now we're at 188 followers. So it was something like that, but most of those have faded off. But it is September. I always love that they call it that, September, because it just feels like you forgot how to say September, and that you just like, or said it with like a weird accent or something. Man, where is the generator? Oh, generator, where are you? Come out, wherever you are. Or don't, you know, like if you want to stay hidden, that's fine. To each their own, but I would love to find me a generator. Please, for the love, can I... Okay, there's a bone. Let's find a generator, please. I believe one of the locations it can spawn in is, like, that outdoor, like, courtyard area. But that's the third location of 3 that I know of where it can spawn. So if it's not out here, I have no freaking idea where it would be. But it is out here, so we're okay. We're fine. We're chill. We're dandy. I found out one stream that the ghost can actually spawn out here, and that's freaking scary, because what do you mean the ghost can go outside? The ghost can't go outside in any other map besides maybe that other Grafton farmhouse that we did. But what do you mean the ghost can wander outside? They like claim that the courtyard is part of the map because it's like fully encased by the building, but it's still freaking outside. Ghosts can't go outside. When I'm outside, that's when I'm, like, safe inside my mind. That's when I think that there's no danger. So by letting the ghost go outside, you're basically telling me there's nowhere I'm safe. If you guys watched the stream from last Monday, I actually played a brand new game that's still on early access on Steam called Dark Hours. And it's kind of this concept that you and friends, if you play with people up to 4, just like Phasmophobia, that you and your friends are, like, doing these different heist type things, and you're stealing from these different locations. It kind of seems like you're working for the mob, and every location you go to, for some reason, is mysteriously haunted, and there's like all these different entities you can have. They're pretty fun. That game was freaking scary, but the reason I bring it up is because there's no safe room. Like, most games, like Phasmophobia, have some sort of, like, safe room area where, as long as you go back to base, you can't be killed. So, you can, like, grab all your things and run back to your base, and then you're good to go. I thought that because most games are like that, that game was like it. So, I very confidently kept returning to base, thinking I was totally safe from all the scary monsters, especially the dang clown thing. And then, surprise, surprise, the freaking clown thing followed me into base. So I ran out of base to try to be safe from it, and then I thought, you know, maybe then things were fine. Maybe he just, like, followed me in there. But then later, when I was in base again, he spawned inside the base area to start hunting me down. And I'm like, what the frick? Since when can they do that? So that game is very scary just because you don't have a safe home that you can go to. I definitely recommend checking out that video. It has been re-uploaded to YouTube. It's called, you can just look up Dark Hours to see my playthrough of it. But, I'll definitely play it again later. But why the frick do we not have a safe room? Like, it's like horror game logic that you have a safe room somewhere. Somewhere that you can feel safe inside my mind. But so far, this ghost has been a big no-show. I'm looking in every room. I'm doing my nice little once-over. I ain't seeing no ghost. I was told this room is haunted. I'm seeing no evidence of a haunting. I'm seeing absolutely freaking zero. So if this ghost is actually here, I yet to believe it. Let's play the piano. Maybe this will make him come. No, I don't think the ghost is coming. Hold on. Alright, sorry, I was dying. Alright, but again, I'm not really sure if the ghost is here or where the ghost might be. I guess we'll go look downstairs. I assume my sanity is still fine. It starts out at 75% with the different, like, difficulties that I have, selected on. So it doesn't start out at 100. Some things can hunt me. And as you wander around in the dark, your sanity does get lower and lower. But it gets lowest the fastest if you're, like, actually seeing different ghost events happen. And I haven't seen crap. I've seen no evidence of a haunting. So I feel like my sanity's probably 65. I feel like that's the lowest it could be from not seeing anything happen. I mean, yeah, this place is kind of spooky, but wandering around this place, I'm less scared of ghosts, and I'm more scared of getting sepsis from stepping on some kind of random rusty nail that I didn't see, or maybe even getting, like, I don't know, lung diseases from the moldy walls and stuff like that, or even tripping and get, like, I don't know, cut my leg on some of the nasty metal here from this stuff. That's what I'm more scared of. Ain't nothing supernatural. This is just common, like, biology that's making me scared. I don't want to get sick from no nasty place that's been abandoned. And also, this place, who knows how long it's been abandoned for? Are we sure that, like, it's even structurally sound? Like, are the walls gonna fall in? Is the ceiling gonna collapse on my head? I feel like that's a bigger concern than some random ghost who may or may not be here. And even if a ghost was here, ain't nobody coming in here of free will. Who's this ghost gonna kill, huh? I don't think anybody gonna die to some ghost here. They're not even gonna know that the ghost is here. Ain't gonna be nothing for them to see, nothing for them to hear. Everything's gonna be great Jim Dandy. So I feel like whoever my, like, boss guy is who sends me on these different missions, I think he just wanted me to die. I honestly think that's what it is. I feel like he sent me out here because he's like, it's quite an abandoned place. It's pretty nasty. It's kind of a mess. I don't think she's going to come back. I think he just honestly must not like me. And that's why I got the short end of the straw. This place probably isn't even haunted. I bet he sent me here to make it haunted. You know, he wants to add a ghost to the collection. He's like, no one's going to miss her. I'll just say that she went out on a job. You know, I begged her not to do it. She went anyways. You know, that kind of a thing. Okay, so that room did get colder. Sometime. Okay, so this... Okay. Okay, fine. Fine. We did find the room. Okay? We did finally find the room. It did take me probably like 12 minutes to find the room. Not even gonna lie. But I bet he literally just sent me out here to get my character killed. We're not going to go the way we came because that took forever. So I'm pretty sure this is the way to get back to the truck and we can grab more supplies. I will take one sanity pill just because we've been out wandering for a bit and that does lower our sanity a little bit. But again, I haven't actually seen any ghost interactions, so I don't feel like it would have done much for dropping my sanity. Is this not even on? Alright, so we're also going to have to go back and turn the generator back on. Which is out in the courtyard, I remember. I'm getting better hold of, like, these different indoor maps. I'm usually so bad at, like, keeping track of where I've been, how to get there, and I kind of get lost, like, in the whole maze of it. But I've honestly been getting better at keeping track of me indoors. So, hold on. We're fine. So... I think from the CCTV, what area was I in? Hospital wing? No. Male wing, female wing. I feel like it was in the hospital wing on the bottom part of it. So it might have been this door that I left open, or it could be on the way other end. It's hard to tell. Why is it so dark? That is, like, bizarre to me. Cause, like, the lights come back on. It's like when you're looking at the screen, it makes everything darker for a second. That's really weird. But let's take my sanity pill really quick. Grab one of these. And I guess I'll grab the lighter just because it doesn't take an extra spot. So might as well. And my little head thing. Oh, I got turned around. Alright. Everybody, let's go. Come on, let's get to it. I know that you can do it. A little bit of shameless, oh, something happened. Anyways, what I was gonna say, a little bit of I'm sorry. A little bit of shameless promo. Apparently it has shame with it, because every time I tried to bring it up, something terrible happened. But shameless promo. If you guys haven't watched it yet already, my YouTube exclusive series, Detroit Become Human, is doing really well on YouTube right now. There's currently 4 videos. This Friday coming up, we're going to have the 5th video come out to that. It's an ongoing series. I think it's a lot of fun. It has, like, amazing storytelling. The characters are beautiful, amazing artwork, good acting. It's about androids and, you know, like, the rise of AI and... like, if you guys ever watched the movie I, Robot, of, like, androids gaining kind of, like, a consciousness, I think you would really like the game of Detroit Become Human, so you guys should definitely check that out. There's your little bit of, shameless self-promo. It does look like we got some of our lights on now, so that's a little bit helpful. We are still quite a ways from where the ghost hunting room is. I really hope that this ghost throws me a bone and doesn't relocate, just because it's so far away from the doors that if I had to, like, also re-find the ghost room multiple times, that would add to a little bit of difficulty, not even gonna lie. But let's go ahead and go put some more stuff in the room. Please still be in this room. If you relocate, I'm gonna lose my stuff. Like my marbles. I could also lose, like, my other stuff, but I was meaning marbles. I'm gonna lose my freaking marbles, okay? So let's double check, make sure he's still in here. It's the exact same temperature. It's not changed at all while I've been gone. We have a little bit of stuff going on. Honestly, not much, so we're not even gonna bother looking at it. I am a little bit spooked just because if a ghost is active but not a 5, then it still has a high chance of being a demon. I always like demon to be excluded as quickly as possible, because demons are freaking mean. Oh, there goes my light. And I don't like it. Now, it's unlikely, but it could be a Hantu. Hantus love to turn off the generator. Now, Hantus are usually much colder. And it did turn off the generator, not turn out my light, so... It's a little bit of a chance to be a Hantu, but not a huge chance just because it's been like 1 degree. That's not freezing. Hantus like it to be freezing. And Kyle says, hi, welcome Kyle. How's your day going? Are you having a wonderful Wednesday? I always gotta say wonderful Wednesday because why would it not be wonderful? I guess it could be a wicked Wednesday, but that sounds like something bad happened, and we don't want bad. We want to be team optimism. So it's gonna be a wonderful Wednesday or a super Saturday. Let's turn that back on, and we'll go back out to the truck and grab some more supplies. Kyle says, it's been good. I'd fallen asleep shockingly, so I'm a little late. Shockingly. Why is it shockingly? Is it because you've been, like, having sleep troubles? It could also be that you're just, like, not a nap person. I personally am not a big nap person. I take forever to fall asleep, so if I am taking a nap, I need to, like, set aside an additional 40 minutes just to actually fall asleep into the nap. And then, like, I don't get very refreshed if it's for a short amount of time. So, honestly, I'm not going to take a nap unless I can sleep for at least, like, 2 hours. Which would really have to be, like, 2 hours and 40 minutes to, like, actually let me fall asleep for it. And usually it's just not worth that. I might as well just wait up until it's time to actually go to sleep. Kyle says I have very bad insomnia. I'm sorry. Insomnia is actually, like, horrendous. I feel like people who don't have insomnia just can never fully understand how actually terrible insomnia is. Like, the sheer, like, inability to sleep is, like, the ability to function. So you lose ability to function. Then you get migraines more often. You get hungrier at different random times. Your circadian rhythm gets messed up. It, like, messes with so many different things that I feel like just people who don't have insomnia will never be able to understand, but also, like, you kind of don't want them to be able to understand it because insomnia sucks, and so you wouldn't really wish insomnia on anyone unless it's, like, specific key people. But yeah, I feel for you. Insomnia is horrendous. Also, so sorry about the sniffles. I'm hoping it's not, like, too noticeable. There was like a stream I watched a little while back. Love the streamer. They were great. But they definitely had a cold. And their mic was too close to their face. You heard like every sniff. And it was kind of annoying. So I'm hoping that's not what I'm doing. If it is, I'm so sorry. Oh, frick. We're just gonna walk away. He can go sing songs to himself. I'm not gonna worry about it. We can check from our camera inside the truck if we can see ghost orbs with DOTS, but we're just not gonna worry about that event happening over there. He can go do his event by himself, and we'll go do our own thing. 1 second. I'm dying, guys. But it's not COVID, so everything is great. I couldn't remember the name of, like, the COVID medicine. I was trying to think of it earlier today. And I think part of it can be blamed on sickness, just because you do get a little bit of, like, the brain fog that comes with sickness and stuff like that. But I couldn't remember the name of it, and I was trying, like, so many different spelling. I was, like, Pavlovin, like, I kept using, like, a V. That was my biggest problem. Instead of an X, it's Paxlovid. But I couldn't remember there was Pax, and I was trying so many different things. I'm like, this thing, or this thing, is this thing. I just saw DOTS. But I could not remember it, luckily. My mom could remember it based off the names I was saying, but I definitely did not have much going for me there. So I did just see DOTS right before I went into it. It was, like, right in that last moment, so you guys might not have seen it if you weren't looking at, like, the exact right second. But that is our first evidence we've been able to find in this one. I'm going to leave it up here for just a second longer to see if we can catch him while we're actually looking at it. Because if we're able to hit this little record button, we'll make money from it. So we'll give him, like, let's say 8 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, you suck. I waited so long and he still didn't show up. So let's go ahead, let's grab a little cross because he did seem a little bit, estranged. Sure, we'll go with that. Let's go ahead and go see if we can see him. I'll bring in the UV, and I did bring us our little bit of a cross, but, I am partly concerned that he turned the generator back off because he seems to love doing that. I don't really know a lot of these ghosts well enough to make a good educated guess. But I am going to check the generator first. I know it will take us, like, extra time to go over there. We don't even know if he turned it off. I guess I could fiddle with a light. Actually, it's still on. Okay, so I'm glad I did that first. He just has been turning it off so often that I thought for sure he turned it off again. But I'm glad I double-checked. Let's go ahead and make our way to Mr. Ghost. After I put these things down, I do think I want to go grab the camera and see if we can get a picture of that bone. And the cursed object is usually in that little church room thing, in that, like, circle that they have up where, like, speakers would be. So I would like to go take a picture of those things for bonus money. Especially because the cross being in that room will make me feel just, like, a little bit better about the ghost. But since we're about to be jump scared, or have a chance to be jump scared, I'm definitely moving my legs because I don't want another recreation of last time we played this game where I got that massive bruise. Alright, I heard a weird thud. That's fine, we're gonna ignore it. Okay. Hearing some weird sounds, not even gonna lie. But we're gonna choose to ignore them. How about that? I'm pretty sure I opened all those doors up. So we're going to ignore every weird sound you just heard. We're going to go back out to my truck, and we're going to mark down that there was ghost riding. Okay, don't let me forget, there was ghost riding. We're going to go back into the safety of our house, or truck, whatever. And then we're going to go get our camera. I'm actually not feeling safe at all right now. I feel like he's going to chase me down, but since these lights are not flashing, I think I'm a little bit more safe. But that's kind of like famous last words. So I'd still rather get back out to the truck, okay? That will make me feel safe. I was telling them earlier, Kyle, about when we played Dark Hours when you were on that stream with us. And how, like, there wasn't a safe room at all. That was insane. All horror games should have a safe room. I will die on that hill. Even, like, Left 4 Dead had safe rooms. You gotta have safe rooms. What the heck? I did forget to check temperature while I was down there, but we did see ghost activity, so that did make me feel a little better, even if I didn't do the camera. We'll give this guy another 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, nothing. Okay, so we have ghost writing. Oh wow, that narrows it down a ton actually to a Diogen or a Thay. 1 second, I'm dying, so sorry. Mike says, hello, hello, with an ominous ... How are you doing today, Mike? Are you having a wonderful Wednesday? Let's go ahead and read about our ghost types real quick. It could be a Diogen that is somewhere in here. There we go. Sometimes surrounded by endless fog, Diogens have been eluding ghost hunters for years. These ghosts have been reported to find even the most hidden prey before stalking them into exhaustion. Diogen constantly sense the living. You can run, but you can't hide. Diogen require a lot of energy to form and will move very slowly when approaching its victim. Okay, so you can run and just keep running, because he's going to be slow as freaking possible. Then lastly, we have a Thay. They have been known to rapidly age over time, even in the afterlife. From what we've learned, they seem to deteriorate faster while within the presence of the living. Upon entering the location, they will become active, defensive, and agile without the Oxford comma, and they will weaken over time, making them weaker, slower, and less aggressive. Okay, so it could be a Thay. Since we took so long to find the Thay, it definitely could be, because he has not been a very active ghost at all. So it could just be that since we took so long to find him, that's why he hasn't really done much. Now, the Diogen is actually really hard to figure out with his little piece of evidence when you're playing solo player, because he's really best to figure it out while someone's being chased. I haven't been chased, so it's harder to tell if he's been slow while chasing people. But Mike says, I'm doing great. How about y'all? And hi at Kyle Edelman. Kyle, he is calling you out. I'm glad you're doing great, Mike. As for me, I am doing good. I was a little bit, what's the phrase? Down in the dumps earlier, because, you know, I'm a little sick. And I was kind of bummed out because I don't go out that often. So, of course, the one time I go out, I get sick. So I was a little bit bummed about that, but honestly feeling better about it now because I took one of them fancy COVID tests, like tests for like COVID and influenza A, influenza B, all that crap, and we came up negative for all those things, so it did make me feel a lot better when I knew that it wasn't anything serious, probably just your regular old common cold. Ain't nobody got problems with the common cold. Let me, hold on. Did he turn off the generator? But before we go, I gotta take a picture anyways. I forgot my mission. We did get the haunted mirror. And there's a bone. Oh, forgot how to use the door. There was a bone over here anyways. And then we can check again with a different light to see if the generator is indeed out. So we'll check right here. Actually, the generator is still on. There must just not be a light over there. Or maybe the ghost burned the light out. So we don't have to worry about that. I will keep the camera out in case I see something that I can take a picture of in the moment. But yeah, my lights are on this way, so we're fine. Mike says, that's good. Too bad you feel sick. Yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer, but it's a-okay. At least I'm not dying. It's not COVID, so that's great. This level of sickness is okay. I work with a immunocompromised family for what I do for my job. So if I get, like, any kind of, like, if I start getting, like, the respiratory where you're sneezing and coughing a lot or anything like that, then you just straight up have to call out. It doesn't matter if you feel fine enough to work. Not really sure what that sound I heard was. Oh! Anyways, it doesn't matter if you feel fine enough to work. Because they're immunocompromised. If you're any kind of, like, easy to give it, then you have to call out. It was a Diogen, not a Thay. We'll smudge while we're in here. But, so this level is fine because I don't work closely enough with them that this level would get them sick. This is, like, a really low amount of contagiousness. But if it gets any worse throughout the week, that is not a candle. That is a tub of mud. I thought it was a candle. I was coming over here to light this candle. But the ghost is still doing stuff. And I think I got all the photos that really matter. So let's just book it before he decides to do something violent. So the fact that I'm this level of sick, we're okay with that. Everything's fine. This is totally a manageable level of sickness. And so I really can't complain. It does, I feel like when you're this level of sickness, all it does is like make it so you're like less effective. You know, you got like that brain fog going on. You got like lower energy. You know, maybe like the sore throat or whatever. But like it just makes you less effective. Where, like, if you get to, like, the next level, then you're, like, super just inhibited. You can't really do anything. And that's when you're, like, miserable sitting on the couch, too sick to even watch TV. Ain't nobody want that. So, with this level, I can't complain about this level. If it gets to a different level, then you're going to hear me totally caterwauling complaining about that kind of crap. Because ain't nobody want that. Kyle says, hi, Mike. Hope you get feeling better. Thank you. I appreciate y'all's kind words. We have as much evidence as I can get for the photos. We have the correct ghost type selected. We weren't able to get any video footage because this ghost just don't give a crap. It don't matter that he did like 6 things while I was there. While I'm looking in the camera, he chooses to do nothing. What a hoe! He could do literally anything. Like, he could throw an object. He could flick that light on that he turned on. He could turn on the big light, which he had done while I was in the room. He can walk through DOTS, and he chooses to do none of it while I'm here and can actually make money from it. Because he's a bully. That's it. I feel like he's a bully. He's probably a bully, like, in his life, too, not just in death, and that's why he ended up in an insane asylum, is because he was a bully. We're going to give him, like, 3 more seconds to reevaluate his life choices, then we'll move on in 3, 2, 1. Alright, he's still decided to be a bully. Let's go ahead and close up shop. Since this is not the first one of the day, I'm guessing we're going to make closer to $900. Because it's a bigger map and stuff. It could be, I could be wrong. It could be more like 1,100. Sometimes they give you a really high bonus because it's a big map. But we'll see. I forgot that I did get actually 2 of the objectives, so it's going to be more money than I was thinking. Wow. It was significantly more money than I was thinking because my investigative bonus alone was $255 before the multiplication for the rewards for the different difficulty that I have it on. So I was thinking between like 900 to 1100 and it was 2300. I was way wrong. But yay for all the extra money, and apparently I also bought an item in the store because I always have to replenish the sanity pills. So a bunch of money we made. There was 2 ghost events. I gained more sanity than I lost, apparently, because I'm a baby. There was 0 room changes, which I was appreciative of since it was such a massive map. There was 0 hunts, and the bone location we did find. Alright, let's go ahead and do another random, but if it's another one of the massive maps, then I'll pick a map because we don't want to do back-to-back massive maps, especially because it's already 9:30. Okay, and we got Sunny Meadows again, the largest map that they have that we just played. So we're going to go ahead and open this door and then immediately close it again and go home. You know what? I'm going to make a random ghost guess. I bet this one was actually a Goryo. I haven't gotten a Goryo. Kyle says that's crazy. Yeah, random when it picks the map we just were on. Kyle says it's a demon colony. Okay, I picked Goryo, Kyle picked demon. Let's see who's right. Those are the only 2 options, game. Don't get it wrong. Come on, it's one of those. It was a shade.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
I feel like it was a demon. Shades act like demons. Demons act like shades sometimes. So I feel like you were still right, Kyle. I look blurry. I hope I'm not blurry to you guys. We made 0 money. That's fine. Let's do random again and pretend that didn't happen. Okay, Edgefield Road. We can do that. Wow, that was a fast loading screen. Holy frick. Alright, let's grab our stuff and skedaddle. Actually, first, we have Doris Brown. Number 1, capture 3 unique photos with a photo camera. Number 2, can you stop?
Looks like they left in a hurry.
I'm trying to do my spiel here. Anyways, number 2, capture 2 unique paranormal sounds with a sound recorder. And I don't know how to do that. And number 3, have a member of your team witness a ghost event. We can probably do the ghost event and probably the photo camera. I don't really know how to use the sound recorder, so I'm not so sure we can pull that one off. But, let's go do this thing. I don't even know what that sound is from, sorry. Or what the actual lyrics are. Alright, I'm gonna guess that the generator is in the garage. The garage, yeah. And I guessed wrong. It's in the basement. But the ghost politely left the door open for me, so that was kind of him. Let's go turn on the gen. There it is. Look how long my arms are. I wish my arms were that long in dark hours. I had to be like freaking kissing the door in order to open it. That was stressing me out. Let's go ahead and check this room since we're here. We're getting about 10 degrees, 9 degrees, same thing. I think these two count as the same room. I'm always kind of unsure about that. But we got 8 in the stairway. I'm not sure. Oh, my bad. I'm not sure if the stairway actually counts as a room. I don't think so. But out here, we're getting another 10, 9. Everywhere's being about the same. And the garage is where the bone is. The bone's in the garage. I'm totally going to remember that and not forget it 10 seconds away from now. Inside the kitchen, we have absolutely nothing. Inside the other part of the kitchen, we have absolutely nothing. You know, this ghost is playing hard to get, not even gonna lie. Oh, that looked like it was glowing. Hold on. No, I think we're good. I think we're good. We're A-okay. We're shiny. Inside the living room, we got total crap. Oh, but the tarot cards are right by the front door. How convenient. Oh. Or maybe it can haunt the stairway. Hold on. Is it just this entire gigantic hallway? No! I hate it when he haunts the hallway. You know how inconvenient it is to set up all the things to check in this long freaking hallway? This is the worst room you could have picked. This ain't even a room. It's literally a hallway by definition. This ain't no room. If you were a realtor trying to sell his house and you couldn't say that this was a room, this does not count as a room, my guy. You can't haunt it. It's not a room. You're grounded. Anyways, let's go ahead and set up a few more supplies. I'm thinking let's just lead with the camera and the DOTS like we normally do. I'm not going to worry about taking a sanity pill just yet because I don't want to run out of them too fast. And because this ghost is haunting kind of a bigger area, we do need to set up things kind of all sporadically. Okay, he's doing stuff, but I'm not really sure I care enough to double check. I think he just slammed the door. Yeah, we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to move on like nothing happened. Oh, I'm so sorry. Alright, let's see if we can see anything in my camera before we move on. I am going to set up another camera on that other part of the hallway by those other, like, bigger rooms. I don't think I'm going to... Oh! I didn't catch it in time. It's so hard to do that recording thing in time. But, I don't think I'm going to have one going down the hallway. There's kind of like this like open area that we have right here. And then like the down section, then another open area. I think I'm going to set both cameras up in that general area and not worry about the in-between. Because I feel like I'd kind of need to have 3 different cameras set up to get them all. And that just like will cover the most amount of area if I do it the other way. So let's go ahead and set these up really quick. Then we can worry about watching it a little bit more. Hi Ghost, I'm back. Don't mean to disturb, I'm only gonna be here for a moment. So I'll get right out of your hair here in just a second. See, look, I'm already leaving. Isn't that great, fantastic, lovely? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get more supplies. I thought that light was on for a second. I think we're okay. I think we're doing fine. Now we can look at this other camera. We can turn on the night vision. See, this was kind of the room I was talking about. There's a chance I should have put the DOTS in a different spot, but maybe it's fine. I do have a third camera, but the problem is, for some reason, I didn't think to pack a third tripod. So we can't actually, like, set it up like this. We could find, like, a shelf to put it on, maybe? We could try that. Anyways. We're fine. Totally not dying. Not really seeing anything there, so we could bring out maybe a book. There's a lot of doors, so maybe I'll start with the UV also. And I will take a sanity pill now, just because I'm a little nervous. Just a little bit. Maybe I'll leave this one, like, right here. You know what? Maybe this one I'll change to face this direction. And then, I don't know how to have this cover multiple things. But I could use that thing to hold the other camera. But the ghost is turned on this light. It is not a 5, so it could still be a demon. Almost forgot to put this book down. But the fact that they did 3 things at once, either, like, to me that implies that it's the twins, or mimicking the twins. So just for right now, I am going to mark the twins, just to kind of keep that in our head if that's who it could be. Also, this looks like a safe. Like, can I put stuff in here? Stuff that I stole, maybe? That'd be cool. But from this camera, I'm not really seeing anything. And then from this one, again, we're not seeing anything over here either. We'll leave it for the next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Not seeing anything over here. I'm thinking, maybe the talker box. And I could take a pic of the camera because I do know where the bone is. And I do know where the cursed object is. But I think I'm actually going to leave it behind and bring across. Just because since we haven't gotten anything to rule out the fact that it's a demon, it does make me a little bit worried. So I'll put this in here just to feel a little bit safer inside my mind. Let's bring the talker box. I keep forgetting I need to bring that other video camera in for that other section. Oh! Well, we have ghost riding, which does not cut out demon, but it does cut out the twins. So, that actually doesn't make me feel better at all. It actually kind of makes me feel worse. But that's okay. We'll get the video camera so I don't forget. And I guess I'll grab the normal camera so I can go get a picture of those things. Since I did recently take a sanity pill, this is probably the best time to go get a photo. We'll do we'll do a nice little photo shoot. Let me make sure that counted. We did get the tarot cards. And then I do remember, I made sure, I like ingrained it in my brain that the bone is in the garage. I think it's the British who call it a garage. I don't know. I'm born American, so I call it the garage, but to each their own. I like garage better, it sounds more fun. So while we're here, I guess I can leave this. What? Ain't no way you did anything. He did open that. But I'm thinking, we'll put this right here. I don't know how to rotate it. We'll just worry about rotating it while we're in the truck. But I swear I heard another door, so we'll just double check these doors real quick. I might have heard nothing. I can hear like weird car sounds outside. Sometimes that sounds like it's coming from the game even when it's not. So it could have been something like that. I thought I saw a light under the door. That's crazy. I thought I was just like imagining things. But let's go ahead. Let's check the temperature one more time and then go back out to our truck. It's cold but not freezing. What? Huh. Thought I heard water running. No, it's the radio. That's what it is. Okay, I'm like, I swear I'm hearing things. It was super, super faint. But I'm like, there's something. Something in here, man. Let's turn that light back on.
An elderly.
Whoa! What? I think, hold on. Hold on. I think that was Spirit Box. Okay, he breathed on me, but it's not a demon. That makes me feel better. I know I'm hearing water somewhere. Am I tripping? There's water somewhere, guys. Somewhere has water. Do you have a bathroom? You do, but there's no water. What the frick? I swear to you, I'm hearing water running. What? Ain't no way. I know I heard water. I swear, I keep hearing it. I keep hearing it. I'm gonna go nuts. Alright, let's go ahead and check our cameras from the safety of my truck. Not really seeing anything here. Nope. And then this one. Oh no, I can't pan. I should have just put it in the position I wanted. I thought I'd be able to rotate it from in here because when you're on the different tripods, you can rotate it. So this is actually like terrible camera placement. Can't see anything. This one though, I might be able to pan into this room. Yeah, okay. So we can at least partially see it. But even with the partially vision, I'm not seeing DOTS. I'm not seeing ghost orbies. We'll give this side 3 seconds. We'll give the other 4. So 3, 2, 1. Still seeing nothing. We'll go look at this way. Come on. Yeet yourself over here. 3, 2, 1. Saw nothing. In this room, we'll give it 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're seeing absolutely nothing. I think the ghost is kind of messing with me, even though Mimic is now out. But we have narrowed it down to 5 ghost types, so let's just check these real quick. It could be a spirit. Spirits are very common ghosts. They're very powerful but passive, only attacking when they need to. They defend their place of death to the utmost degree, killing anyone that is caught overstaying their welcome. A spirit can temporarily be stopped by burning incense near them. Next, we have a poltergeist. One of the most famous ghosts, the poltergeist, known to manipulate objects around it to spread fear into its victims. Poltergeists can throw multiple objects at once and with great force. With nothing to throw, poltergeists become powerless. Next we have mare, which I'm kind of leaning towards because it's kind of been trolling me a little bit. But the mare is the source of all nightmares, making it more powerful in the dark. A mare will have an increased chance to attack in the dark, and turning out all the lights will lower its chance of attack. Mares have just had like a history of trolling me, so I kind of am leaning towards that. But next we have the Moroi. Moroi have risen to, I don't know how I learned how to read, guys. Morois have risen from the grave to drain energy from the living. They've been known to place curses on their victims, curable only by antidotes or by moving very far away. The weaker the victims, the stronger the Moroi comes. The antidotes, on blah 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 blah, it's only curable by antidote or by moving far away. And lastly, we have the Deogen. Sometimes surrounded by endless fog, Deogen have been eluding ghost hunters for years. These ghosts have been reported to find even the most hidden prey before stalking them into exhaustion. Deogen constantly sense the living. You can run, but you can't hide. And they move very slow when they're chasing their victims. So just a quick glance. Again, we don't really see anything in any of these locations. So I'm kind of ruling out like the DOTS and ghost orbies. I'm not going to cross them out, but I just feel like it's not one of those. So we're really looking at EMF 5, UV, or freezing temperatures, which I'm kind of thinking it's a UV just because the other ones we have been able to check in UV, we haven't really been able to look for that evidence anywhere. So I'm going to take another sanity pill. I think I'm going to smudge the area, and then I'm going to put some salt down because that will kind of help us see UV, because if the ghost steps in it, we can possibly get footsteps if we check soon enough. So let's do one right here, and then maybe like right there. Then let's smudge to make ourselves a little bit safer while we're in here looking all around, doing all the things that could get us killed. Just a nice little smudgeroo. Good to go. Alright, we're gonna wander around with this stupid little UV light and see if we can learn anything. Actually, let's check the temperature again while we're here. Okay, well, I appreciate you. You know what? I didn't see any UV. Not even gonna lie. I did check. I wonder if, like, a faucet is on downstairs. Because I swear to you guys, I keep hearing water running. Like, I'm not crazy. There's water running somewhere. Just because I haven't found it, don't mean that there's not water running. There's water running. And I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it even if it gets me killed. I just don't think it's upstairs anymore. But it's up here. Somewhere. Man, I'm holding too many things. So, I don't know how to rotate this. Maybe I'll just try to, like, sideways stick it. I don't know. It's pretty cold. Alright, so maybe it's not UV. I'm just not really seeing UV anywhere. I suppose the ghost could have relocated. I keep hearing it throwing things. Yo, what if this whole time it's been on the floor below me? There's a chance this whole time it's actually been below me. But it's not. Hold on. It's not below me, so what the frick? Alright. And there's not even water running. Maybe I am actually just losing it. There's literally nowhere where water could be running. I've checked every bathroom, and this place has so many. I think I might actually just be insane. I think that's what it is. Maybe I've been ghost hunting for too long, but now I just don't know what's right from left. Alright, well. Oh! Haha! My! I found it! Guys, I freaking found it! Hold on. They even gave me muddy water for my troubles. I don't think this counts anymore for, like, what you can get money from. But, guys, I freaking found it. I knew it. Let me check. Oh, yeah, it didn't count for anything. But I kept hearing it. I'm like, there's gotta be freaking water somewhere. And I got it. Alright, did any of these ghosts just, like, stop doing stuff? I guess I can make, like, a throw me around circle. I forget what they're called, but for the poltergeist. If you give them, like, a circle of things to throw. I might have left that open. That might have been me. Then sometimes it, like, helps them to, like, signal what they are. Come on. Alright, we'll check the UV one more time. Still no UV. We would have gotten it one of those times. So I'm going to go ahead and cross UV off the list, which actually takes out the ghost I was most expecting. Oh, of the poltergeist. No, it doesn't. It definitely just turned on another sink. Which one? The other one. Okay. Hold on. Turn on this one. By the way, this house is just such a weird layout. Hold on, I saw my breath. Did the ghost relocate into that room? If he did, that is so troll. Okay, we can check it. Still no UV. I think he's in here now. And it's freezing. Guys, we got it. Freezing, it's a Moroi. Oh. Hold on. Let's get the frick out of here. Morois are kind of mean. Hold on. It's an elderly victim, so we know it's already got a little bit of spice in it. But the Morois, we actually don't want to make mad because, if I can find it. Come on, where is he? M-O-R-I. Okay, the Morois, yeah, they're the ones who like to poison you, and they like you to be sick. So, I'm glad we got out of there. We have it. We got a few medias. We didn't really get any video evidence or the sound recorder, but we got a few achievements. So, since it's a small map, I'm going to guess... I'm going to go with 900 again. I've been so bad at guessing the correct amounts, but I'm going to go with it. It is 9:54, so let's just finish this all off with that really small map of the campsite that we absolutely love. It's just beautiful.
Welcome back.
Let's see if I was close. If I'm within like $100, I'm going to count it. But I was thinking 900. And okay, well, I was guessing somewhere around 900, and it was 1300, so clearly I'm just terrible at guessing today. But I keep guessing under, so that's a good sign, at least. Come on, finish counting up. Game summary, let's go over here. I lost more sanity than I gained, my bad. There were 4 favorite room changes? Wow, okay. Anyways, let's do our favorite map, Camp Woodwind. This outdoor retreat was evacuated due to some campfire stories coming to life. Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, ain't nobody care. Oh, right, so we have Kyle White. Kyle, it's you. You're in this game. Number 1, capture a photo of any... What? Oh, capture a photo of any successful reading on the EMF reader. Capture 3 unique videos with the video camera. That one's so hard. And get the ghost to blow out a firelight. So I can probably do 2 of those. Kyle says, I love Woodwind, yes. And the ghost is named after you, so even better. But that does mean if I ever read any of your chats out loud, I might just get myself killed. But let's go ahead and go turn on our beautiful generator. And it's snowing. I freaking love the snow, so that makes it even better. We'll give it a second to warm up. Maybe 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's check this. We're getting 5 degrees in this nasty, roady bathroom. Although it's snowing outside, so I feel like that's going to give us a terrible reading. But it's actually warmer out here than it was in the roadie bathroom. Probably not in there, so let's just close that and forget about it. Oh, there is the cursed object. Got it. So I can say this without doxing myself because there were actually multiple that happened in different states today. But there was a school shooting not far from my town. I was like 2 towns over. There's the bone. And, weirdly enough, there was multiple school shootings today across different states. And so it really doesn't narrow it down anymore, especially because the multiple states are still in what you guys already know about the time zone that I'm in. But what the frick, guys? I mean, school just started this month. Why is there already, like, multiple school shootings? There was one the first week of school at, like, a Catholic school, in, I think, Missouri? And, like, it was kind of a school shooting. They shot inside the church, but it was, like, the school church that all the school kids were in, so it still counts as a school shooting, in my opinion. But, like, what the frick? Why is there so many school shootings? School just started. You expect, like, school shootings to happen around, like, midterm or something like that when everyone's all stressed out. But at the beginning of the school year, I mean, come on. You haven't even gotten that much homework yet. But it looks like the ghost is in this tent. He turned on the light to let us know. We'll go, you know what, he wants the light on, he can have the light on. Maybe he doesn't like the dark. So we'll let his light stay on for a little bit. We'll set up some more stuff and then worry about turning it out, because with the night vision on and everything, it don't work all that well. But let's put this right here. Sorry about those stuck in Adlandia. Alright, we're gonna put this right there. I thought something happened, but I guess not. You know what? There's not a lot of great places to put this on any of the outdoor maps, so we're just gonna hope for the best. Turn that out. I wish you could, like, attach it to the tripod base. I feel like that would make life a lot easier for at least me, and me is who we care about, so we should do it. I swear I saw object fall, but the camera didn't really count that, even though I literally saw that bottle fall off the table. But alright, game. If you don't want to count it, that's fine, I guess. We're looking for ghost orbies. They'll look just like the snowflakes that are falling, but instead of falling down, it will be falling up. Or in a random sporadic, location. We're gonna give it about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, none of the ghosts really want to be camera performers today. What's up with that? Let's go ahead and grab us a book, and I guess the talker box. I feel like this ghost wants to be chatty. It's just giving that impression of, like, a Mr. Chatty Cathy. That's the vibe I'm getting. So let's give this to the ghost so he can talk as much as he wants to, or a book if he wants to write me some lovely, lovely notes. We'll check the temperature again to make sure he didn't relocate. I heard something. Not sure what, but I heard it. Multiple things. So it might be a poltergeist or a twin. Love to see it. Love to hear it. I'm hoping I'll be better by the next time you guys have to hear me stream, so that way you don't have all them sniffles in your ears. Oh, but quick reminder while we're on the subject. I mentioned this last time we streamed, but as a quick reminder, we will not be having a stream this Saturday. I have an all-day, like, family reunion. But if I end up being too sick to go to the family reunion, then I won't be able to stream because I'll be too sick. So, one or the other, I probably just won't be able to stream Saturday. So, I'll keep you guys updated in the Discord of when we'll do a makeup for that. It might be Monday, but Monday's kind of hectic anyway. So, I'll just keep you guys updated in the Discord server of !play. If you're on YouTube, you'll have to just come to Twitch to find it, I guess, because I don't really have my Discord linked anywhere besides on Discord. I'm sorry, besides on Discord, that makes sense, besides on Twitch, so make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. Okay, I'm not really seeing anything there. Actually, I'll let you guys keep viewing it for a second while I fix my face. Alright, so sorry I'm dying. Okay, let's go. I'm thinking maybe UV. Actually, I kind of want to cross out there. Not really feeling safe with this, Kyle White ghost. So we'll take a cross and then the UV, because that's the last, like, actual evidence we need to check. Oh, wow, that's dark. Alright, Mr. Ghost, I am back. Oh, and you're doing something already. Oh, level 5 even! Thank you for giving me evidence right as I got here. That's so kind of you. Let's put the cross down, even though now we know it's not a demon, so that makes me feel a little better. It's still cold in this area, but, you know, it is snowing. I saw that move. I think we're good in this general area. Maybe I want to go get me the camera and take a picture of the bone and the cursed object to kind of keep track of that all. Okay, let's grab the camera. And what else do I even want to bring with me? I guess I could bring out another camera to kind of give me a better sense of the area. Or I could let the ghost blow out the firelight. I actually haven't used this lantern this entire game today. So maybe I'll bring the lantern. You know, it's a cute snow map. Maybe he'll appreciate it. Maybe it'll keep him warm. Maybe he'll be happier and less likely to kill me. Okay. You know what? I'll give him the fire, too. Maybe he's cold. Come on. There we go. I think maybe that will win me brownie points with the ghost. What do you think? I think it'll make him like me better. Alright, so I remember that the cursed object is over here. I think the bone was also in this general path of walking, wasn't it? I think it was actually in this yellow tent or something like that. I, like, have vague memories. What was it? Yeah, it was in the yellow tent. Look at me, I'm a genius. I got, like, fan-frickin-tastic memory, okay? I know that contradicts, like, the entire rest of stream, but, like, give me the win where I got it, okay? Alright, Mr. Ghost, I am back. I hope that I won some brownie points by giving you fire. Fire's fun. If you're a little bit of a pyro, that's totally okay, as long as you don't catch me on fire. And that you don't burn down the campsite until after I leave. That would be appreciated. You put out the fire. I put that in there for you. Like, literally for you. And then you relocate. That's kind of like not showing your appreciation for what I did for you. I do think he did relocate because it was giving me like 1 degree when I was over here. And now, yeah, it's giving 5. So I think he did relocate. The problem is with this map, they can pretty much relocate anywhere. Nowhere's really like too big of a jump to count. So it does really mean that you just gotta rewalk the entire campsite to check where he might have gone. So far, everywhere's looking about the same degree again. Not really finding a huge drop in temperature in any of these rooms. Or even, you know, like in the walkway area. We'll do a little... Okay, this ghost is like putting out everything. I'm working on it, my guy. You gotta give me some time to find it. You turned out the gen. Let's turn that back on. Maybe he's in the bathroom? No, where the frick did he go? My guy. If you didn't like the fire, you could just say that. You didn't have to, like, switch areas, make it hard to find you, turn out the thing. Oh, okay, wait, actually, are you just, like, in this little walkway in front? Wow, I didn't know that counted as a room. Okay, so you're in the fire pit. You literally moved into the fire pit. Alright. That's okay. A little weird, but, you know, I'll accept. So, here's you some stuff to play with. To keep your mind interested, you know, gotta keep your mind at work. You don't want to atrophy even in the afterlife. So here's a few tasks. Yeah, hope you enjoy. Hold on. There we go. Oh, I put it out. My bad. Let's light that back up. There we go. And the camera. I don't think he liked having the fire lit. Okay, because he's the one who put it out. So I'll leave it out. Let him keep his own mind. And we'll put this like right here. Alright, my guy, I relocated everything for you, so please don't make me do it again. I'll strum you the car. Alright, beautiful. Oh, and this. We can't forget this. I'm not even sure what I would check over here, but we have it, so that's fun. What else can we even do? We can check the camera again now that he relocated. Not very helpful, not even gonna lie. yeah. Okay, so a very unhelpful camera angle for being outside and being like in the most open area that we could possibly be in. From this one, we also can't really see anything. It's going to be hard to tell if there's ghost orbies while we're in the snow. But you know what? It's great. It's beautiful. We love the snow. Actually, it's great. So that's fun. Let's just do a quick look around, make sure we don't see any of the snow falling in the wrong direction. It all seems to be kosher, so I think we're good on that. Let's turn it back. Yeah, I think we're good. So maybe I'll bring some salt to better check for some UV. And then maybe I'll also sage the area for like extra safety. I think that would probably be a good bet. I'm saying do a diddy diddy dum diddy doo dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba da dum. Beautiful, beautiful. Love to see it. Let's put that right there, and then let's give him some salt that he can step in. I'll try to put it kind of around the general area. We do have a second salt that I could spread out a little bit better if that ends up not being to the ghost's liking. Okay. We do only have one evidence, right? He hasn't really talked to us. He hasn't really given us like anything to work with. So let's ask him some actual legitimate questions. Hello, ghost. Are you friendly? Oh, okay, well, I won't take that as a no just yet. I'll give you some faith. Are you there? What do you want? How did you die? Where are you? I'll ask the $1 million question again. Are you friendly? Give us a sign. You know what? He's a performer. I'll give him that. When I said the original, are you friendly, and I said give us a sign, he did step and stuff. He did try to get some attention. I'm kind of leaning towards shade now. Not even going to lie. He's been kind of chill. He's been nice. He's been very uneventful while we're looking at him. I'm leaning towards shade. I'll check the temperature again. It's cold, but not like freezing my butt off cold. Just kidding, that's actually really cold, but not cold enough to be freezing. So, I'm kind of just feeling like this guy's a shade. We'll put the fire back on. Maybe he likes fire. I'm feeling like it's definitely not UV though, because that's 3 different times that he stepped in the salt, and all 3 did not give off any UV. Which did cut out some of our options. I don't really know like what I can do to help trigger this guy to get him to be more interactive with us. I guess it's really only 3 degrees when you're by the fire. I guess we can just go crazy with it and just say, Kyle White! Kyle White! Come out, wherever you are! I'm scared, Kyle White! Give us a sign! Come out, wherever you are! Da, 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 da. Come out! Da, 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 da. Really? I can't even taunt you out? You're just gonna stay missing? My guy, I'll play you a song on the guitar. Isn't that beautiful? Don't you want to come play in the fire? Oh, Kyle White. Kyle, are you there? Kyle White, please. Don't just flicker the lights at me. Show up. I know you're there. Bro. Really? Kyle says, yes I am. What about it? No. No, Kyle, you gotta come out too. You come out, Kyle White gotta come out. The whole gang gotta come out. All the Kyles. All of them gotta come out right now and show me what you're here about. Because I can't find it. I can't get you to do anything. You won't write in the book. You won't blow out the fires. You won't give any EMF off. How do I know you love me? Okay, Frick. That does not count, but thanks.
Kyle_Edelman just redeemed screen 2.
Thank you for that. I appreciate You nice little troll that you do. At least you showed up. My ghosty buddy ain't showing up. He ain't doing nothing. You know what? Shades only show up to hunt you down if you're nowhere near the ghost room. So maybe I need to get as far away as possible for him to actually do anything. Maybe that would make him do something. Maybe that's how you can force activity from this guy. Because right now, he's giving me a whole lot of nothing. Alright, I'm going to yell at him one more time. And if he doesn't show up, I'm going to just go back to my truck. He wrote in the book! Oh my gosh! Okay, it's gotta be a shade. The fact that he literally waited until I left the area to write in the book, and that's all he did, it's gotta be a shade. If it's a spirit, I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. Because the spirit says that they're common ghosts, they are very powerful but passive, only attacking when they need to. They defend their place of death to the utmost degree, killing anyone that is caught overstaying their welcome. This is 100% why I think it's not the spirit, because I definitely overstayed my welcome. I yelled at him, I did everything, I ran laps around his area. I definitely overstayed my welcome. So I feel like it can't be a spirit, and it has to be a shade, because if you look at the shade description, it says they're known to be very shy. There's evidence to suggest that a shade will stop all paranormal activity if there are people nearby. They are much harder to find, and they will not enter a hunt if there are people nearby. That is why he didn't hunt me. It's why he's being super non-aggressive. He's just staying there, not doing anything, minding his own beeswax. Even if I'm calling him out, I can harass him till the day's end, and a shade won't do crap about it. So I feel like it's a shade. We couldn't get our last piece of evidence to prove it, but I am, like, convinced now that it must be a shade. If it is a spirit, I'm gonna be so freaking upset. I don't think it can be. I don't think it can be. It's gotta not be. It's gotta be a shade. If I'm gonna lose my mind, okay? Let's see. I'm gonna lose it. It better not be a freaking spirit. I didn't even get the whole witness a ghost event thing because he wouldn't do anything. Okay, it was a shade. Okay, I'm happy. I can rest inside my mind now. I'm fine. I'm happy with the fact that it was a shade. He was acting like a shade. He was the shadest shade that ever shaded, okay? That time, I forgot to guess how much money I made, but I guessed 900 so many different times before this that I feel like I get partial credit. It has to be the one. Yeah, it has to be one. He was so passive. Alright, I gained more sanity than I lost because he was literally doing nothing, and I was standing in light, so I really wasn't going to lose much for that either. He was the least scary ghost that could ever ghost. It says that there was a room change. Oh, there was. Yeah, because he went from the tent to the campfire. Okay. There was supposedly 22 interactions, but I feel like no way he did that many things. Unless they all happened while I was, like, in the truck. So I guess that could have been it. But we're going to call that for the night so I can get ready for work. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful night. As a reminder, again, we won't have a stream Saturday, but I will update you guys in the Discord when we'll have our makeup stream. Our stream to make up for it, not a makeup stream, you know. Kyle says, have a wonderful night. Thank you. You have a wonderful Wednesday night also. I'll see you guys later. I hope that you don't digitally catch my sickness. But let me show you guys my beautiful face, of course. Hi. I don't know why I'm always such a weird color with this new camera. But we're going to stop stream in 5, 4, hold on, 3, 2, 1.